a damn good race that was the Busch Clash. I love Ty Dillon and always will, and I really want to see him finally break through, win his first ever Cup race after 5 years of trying, 5 years of frustration, considering that Austin has already won 3 of them. But I was happy, to see him, kind of win, at least win at first in the quali, in the last chance qualifier. But I'm pretty sure we all would have driven like complete asses if it was, if we were in that scenario. But he kind of took it a little too far. But still, he needed to chillax a little. And he did not do any of that. So there, I love Ty and always will, and I really want to see him win his first Cup race. Hopefully become, let me see, Tiny Lund, Mario Andretti, Pete Hamilton, Derek Cope, Sterling Martin, Michael Waltrip. I really wanted to see him in 2 weeks be the 9th driver to win his first ever Winston Cup race in the Daytona 500, but he drove like a complete ass today, so maybe I'm glad he wasn't in the main event, because we would have had just continued pure chaos like Casey Atwood, in the main event, continuing from that last chance qualifier, even though the heat races were fairly calm. So let's get into it. So Logano takes the first checkered flag of the 2022 NASCAR season, and we can officially say, we back, boys, for another year. Now keep in mind, this may likely be my second full NASCAR season where I'm not fully blown into it no more, because the only reason why I'm going to watch for now every week, because the cold weather is still here. So by the time it gets warm out, I may not catch some of the races like I did last year. Last year, the Bushy McBush race at Kansas was the first race I realized I'm growing up and I'm not fully blown into it no more, to the point where my passion is not at an all-time high like it used to be, where I wanted to catch every race. So if I have to miss a race, so be it. Who gives a shit? Because when the weather is decent come, late March through April, May, June, and onwards, July, August, I basically found better stuff to do with my friends or sometimes my family, Considering that when I was a kid, even as a teenager, Lenore, Sandhurst, and even the early years I lived here, I was so stubborn and refused to do anything with anyone because my passion was so high that I just wanted to catch every single race, and I was fully blown into it. Even in 2015, the first year I lived here, my first full season of NASCAR in this house, I was fully blown into it, just wanted to catch every race. It was at an ultimate high at that year, to the point where not only did I want to catch every Cup race, I wanted to catch every Xfinity, Busch, and Craftsman Truck Series race at that point. So that's how high my passion used to be, and it's not at that level no more. It's only at this level when it's cold outside and weather's shitty and I can't go out there and spend it with my friends. But when the weather's nice and it's 75 plus, 80 degrees and anywhere in 80 degrees, and all my friends are out, you're gonna find me outdoors instead of sitting in the basement office all day long. Because as much as I love NASCAR, what am I accomplishing by sitting there, in the summer months in an air conditioning house in front of a screen? Who am I meeting? No, I'm not accomplishing anything, and I'm not meeting anybody. So it's like the old saying goes, you never know who you see if you every once in a while get out of the house for a change. So you're going to see the first few races while it's still cold out here in my area, but when it gets warm, you're not going to see much. But anyway, we'll get more into that in the weeks to come, in the months to come, as the sooner the weather breaks back to the warmth. But anyway, let's get into it. Ty drove like a complete ass in the last chance qualifier. I love Ty, but I'm not afraid to admit he drove like a complete ass. Biased me would have said it was bullshit, he got disqualified, but now that I'm older, it's called growing, it's called growing up. I'm not afraid to admit he deserved to be DQ'd, not only for driving like an ass, but also jumping that last restart. I kind of knew he wasn't going to get in, and I kind of knew he was going to get a DQ, because, when Mike Joyce said he got a big jump, did he jump the restart again? It's going to fuck it up, and any chance at a recovery. But yeah, that we deserve that 100%, honestly. I hope he can redeem himself in the Twin 125s and the Daytona 500, and luckily, this year in the Twin 125s and the Ty Dillon side of things, unlike last year in 2015, I get to relax this time, like in 2016, to the point where, since Ty has a charter, I don't have to worry about, hoping I don't have to, oh my god, I got an itch on my back, fuck off. Sorry about that. I don't have to worry about, hoping, I don't have to worry about like any kind of hope of him racing his way in because he has a charter that'll lock him into the 500. But that main event was something else. This just proves we do not need a last lap crash or any late race drama just to make a good race. I know the 2020 Monte Carlo 400 proved that. Monte Carlo 400 proved that in 2020. There was one race last year that, the Firecracker 250 at Daytona proved that sometimes it's not always about a last lap wreck or any kind of drama involving a big wreck. Some court is required for a good race or good race. I mean, Logano won that fair and square. Kyle Busch didn't need to bump him. Lap traffic didn't need to play a factor. Only if the 22 and the AT took each other out, it would have opened the door for us, Austin, to win. Considering that he almost won it 2 years ago as the only undamaged car on the track when it was still at Daytona, when it was part 1 of the Kelly Berglund birthday miracle. And I'm really stoked for part 3 of the Kelly Berglund birthday miracle this Wednesday at the Spurs-Cavs game. That's going to be a long-ass goated YouTube video. I'm gonna tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday, I'm gonna get all the old Bree Davenport clips together for to get it ready for that birthday tribute and that banger of a YouTube video. My last major banger before I turn 28 next Wednesday. But we saw a lot of good racing throughout the whole main event and even in heat races. And I know those last chance qualifiers were living la vida loca. I mean, I feel bad for Justin Haley though, considering that considering that Larson didn't know that but his own teammate is the one that pushed Haley into him. So I can understand. It kind of reminded me of the 2005 All-Star race when Tony Stewart got into Joe Nemechek that caused him to get into Kevin Harvick to spark that massive melee on the front straightaway. And Harvick ended up getting mad at Nemechek, even though Tony was the one who caused it. Of course, he didn't see Tony get in the back of Joe, so of course he didn't know Joe wasn't in the mix. It wasn't even Joe's fault, but the way Harvick handled that is one of many reasons why I've never liked Harvick. So when the day he goes away, I'm not gonna fucking miss him. Same for that imposter and Brett Bodine's number we called Dennis. It was a beautiful sight to see him as the first car out, smoking that first Dennis pack of the year. And speaking of smoking, the king of smoking it was in the broadcast booth tonight, and he will be for the Daytona 500 in 2 weeks. Tony Stewart, the driver of the number 20 Home Depot Pontiac Grand Prix for Joe Gibbs Racing. He'll always be the 20 to me, not the 14. That goes to show you how old I am as a race fan, but considering that, the crowd was actually going crazy the whole time, but Fox didn't have a crowd noise on for the audio package, considering, and do you expect, the Ice Cube, I hate rap and hip hop and the burning passion, except for a few select songs based on where I've heard them, but it's like, that Ice Cube shit was amazing, Somebody said on Twitter that they hope he performs "Fuck the Police" at Talladega just to see the outrage. And I agree. I would love to see the outrage if Ice Cube is brought back to perform at the Aaron's 499 and he performs that song. And do you expect a bunch of rednecks to be dancing in the grandstands to some rap and hip hop? I bet you the boomers on Facebook are having a field day with that Ice Cube stuff. And of course, they always have to make it a field day about Bubba. Considering that. Every time they see a picture of Bubba, they always gotta stop scrolling and say shit. They always get so mad at him and attack him and hate him for no reason with their stupidity. It's almost like you think he slept with their wife or girlfriend or something like that. That's what it seems like, But man, we saw a lot of action-packed. We didn't need I thought it was not as wreckfest as I thought it was going to be. I know the last chance qualifiers was insane and kind of a wreckfest, but it wasn't much of a wreckfest as I thought it would be. But all those cars blowing up all at once under that caution, they were getting ready to go green that lap around, but then Reddick blows up. Somebody else blew up too. I know there was a couple blow-ups. Reddick blew up. Briscoe blew up. I mean, a bunch of people blew up. I mean, considering that, even like I said, the imposter and Brett Bodine's number was the first one out, smoking that first Dennis pack of the season. But what a race. I mean, I told you I was going to give the Los Angeles Coliseum a chance, even though I'd rather have it be at Daytona, because my parents taught me growing up a kid, you never know until you try. And I did it last year with the Bristol Dirt Race when they transformed into a Food City 500 to a dirt race. And guess what? I ended up loving it. And I guess I heard them without people like me who were in support of that, to the point where they decided to make it a nighttime Easter race. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most this year, as long as the weather stays cold, for a little while. And look at a year later, a difference a year makes. This year I gave the LA Coliseum a chance, and I ended up liking it. So I'm down to giving new shit a chance, instead of always complaining about NASCAR when they change shit. Name changes is a whole different story, because name changes is hard to keep up with. It took some people long enough to call Sears Point Infineon, because the fact that, Infineon decided not to renew their sponsorship of the track after 2011. But instead of going back to the name Sears Point, they decided to just call it Sonoma Raceway. Fuck that. It's still Sears Point in my book, because name changes is the only thing I'll complain about, because the NASCAR makes too many of those. Like, it's the Talladega races are still the Aaron's 499 and EA Sports 500 to me, even though EA hasn't done the NASCAR game since the 2008 garbage ass NASCAR 09, which was based off the 2008 season, because EA titled the NASCAR games a year ahead, like they did with Madden, like some kid in my neighborhood told me 2 years ago. I still call the Richmond races Pontiac Excitement 400 and Chevrolet Monte Carlo 400, even though Pontiac no longer exists in making new cars, and Chevy doesn't make Monte Carlos anymore and hasn't made Monte Carlos for years. I still call the nighttime Daytona race, even though it's not July 4th of July weekend no more. I still call it Firecracker 400. I still call the first Darlington race the Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. They still have the Southern 500 name for the second Darlington race, but I still use Mountain Dew in that name, it was when I was a kid. I still call the Napa, I kind of gave it away. I still call the Atlanta races the Cracker Barrel Old Country Store 500 and Napa 500, because fuck name changes and everything they stand for. Name changes can go kick rocks. I'm fine with them changing the name every once in a while, but it's like they keep changing it, keep changing too much shit, like names wise, every year, every week. Why can't we just keep the same name for at least a maximum of 5 years, then change it and then see how it goes? But nope, the NASCAR can't make up their goddamn minds and want to keep changing names all the time. And change it, sometimes the NBA, and of course boring ass NFL, the most overhyped and overrated sport in America, they're always changing rules in the middle of the season, it seems like, every year. That's what I don't like. If you have a set of rules, set them up before the season starts. Once the season starts, leave them alone. This goes for any sport. Don't fucking change them when the season's already in progress. See? Yeah, I had enough ranting and raving about rules and changes and all that shit. But that Busch Light Clash at Busch Light Clash at the LA Coliseum was a damn good race. Kudos to Joe McHale I'm glad I got to see Joel McHale. Oh yeah, kudos to Allie Brooke for a killer national anthem performance, and of course, hell of a job by Ice Cube, aka the star of the Suck a Dick movie, 21 Jump Street. It's like whenever I try to impersonate that scene, I can never keep a straight face and stay angry. I keep smiling and laughing all the time. Like, how did Ice Cube even keep a straight face while filming there? And you notice long after he says the suck a dick line, while he's yelling at one of the characters in character, you can see in his facial expression, if you look at one of the YouTube videos of the scene, he's trying to hold back from laughing and fucking up the scene. That's why I like Ice Cube so much, and I love 21 Jump Street, because I can't do it without smiling, so I have to do it in my normal way. Sometimes I get angry, so suck a dick. See, if I were to try to be angry doing it, then there is no way I can do it without smiling or laughing every time, because it's that funny. Who else was performing? Ice Cube, Allie Brooke. Oh yeah, Pitbull. Now I remember. Yeah, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, did a hell of a job. And I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing his team with Daniel Suarez win a points-paying Winston Cup race this year, just to see the happiness my father, Ed Oliveris, would get. And so if Suarez is in contention and my dad's watching, he damn well better be recording that shit and post it all over the interweb so I can see it and the whole world can see it. But the Gatorade Twin 125s is next. And then the Florida Dodge Dealers 250 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race, the Napa Auto Parts 300 for the NASCAR Busch Series race, and of course the Daytona 500. And then and from there on out, we take you all the way to Phoenix for the Checker Auto Parts 500, a whole year away from now. But first, we have to play one more football game, and so that way, after next Sunday, we do not have to hear about the most overhyped and overrated sport in America for months to come, especially throughout the summer. You'll probably still hear it on networks, on sports networks, but I pay no mind to those. At least I don't have to see it plastered all over my social media timeline, because it gets a little tiring and annoying. It gets a little tiresome and annoying after a while, but. Anyway, I'll see you all for that next video, which will be my reaction to episode Dale Senior Austin Dillon of Promised Land on ABC. Have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less. So take care, everyone. Good night. And NASCAR is officially back, baby. Let's go.